Yo, what's going on, everybody? CryptoKid here, coming at you guys again with another video, and today we're going to be going over my top 2 picks for the 2 cryptocurrencies that you should be investing in today, August 26th, 2020. This is basically my top 2 coins for September moving forward, not necessarily only for the month of September. In the past, I've made videos just for the month of September, but these are 2 coins I think you should buy right now at a low price and hold through September, through October, November, and maybe even December if you guys are looking to hold long term. Basically, what I'm saying here is these are 2 coins that I think within the next few months are going to pop at some point. They're basically just ticking time bombs. They're low market cap coins that I think you're going to want to look into. Now, guys, before I get into this, make sure you understand that none of this is financial advice. I don't want you coming at me in the comments saying blah blah blah, you led me down the wrong direction, you're probably sponsored. If I'm ever sponsored by a company, guys, I'll tell you, or it's going to be really obvious or in the description. I'm not sponsored by any of these coins. I'm a small channel, 2,400 subscribers. What I say is just genuinely my opinion. Most of the coins I talk about, I do hold. I'm not just trying to push stuff on you guys. It's really not like that at all. I'm not sure why people just assume that. This is my genuine thoughts on which coins I think are going to do well. So just putting that out there. None of this is financial advice. I'm not being paid by any of these coins, and make sure you're always doing your own research. With that being said, make sure you go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and drop a like on the video. Let's go right into it. So the first coin, guys, I have not talked about this coin yet, and once again, this is just speculation. I do believe that Numerair, which was added to Coinbase 6 days ago, is going to basically just pop off within the next few months. And why do I believe this? Well, first off, let's go ahead and check out on the monthly. When there's talks about it coming to Coinbase, the price spikes up to $65.41. It was chilling at $20 for August, and then obviously, boom, massive spike, another second spike up to $65.41. And then since then, it's just kind of been dropped to the side a little bit. This chart looks a lot like Orchid's. We'll check that out later. But anyways, the reason I can't say I know, but the reason I strongly believe Numerair is getting ready to pop is because I've seen other coins do it that got added to Coinbase. So right now, I'm going to go over to Kyber Network's chart and show you guys a little something that I noticed with Kyber when it was first added to Coinbase. So let's go ahead and check it out. On the yearly, I believe is around February. So yeah, anyways, you can clearly see this is kind of the area when it got added to Coinbase. Nothing really happened for a little while, and then boom, things just started going crazy. It felt like every day it was making new gains throughout here. Boom, peaked at around like 70, 90, 80 cents, whatever. And then it just kind of flatlined over here. So I guess you could say this is kind of the area that Numerair is in, and it didn't even get as much of a spike as Kyber got. But anyways, the Numerair, I personally believe, is around this area. So the plan is buy in here, and as more people start to learn about it and invest, you're just going to be able to ride it all the way up. You're going to have the first pump, second, third, and then eventually once a lot of people start FOMOing to the coin or whatever, and it gets more increased adoption, that's when you really start to make the big gains. So with Numerair, I think you buy it right now. You can choose to swap out of it on its first swing up, its second swing up, third swing, however long you want to hold it. But I think right now, just looking in terms of its market cap, and the fact that it's just so new to Coinbase, I think right now is a really, really good time to get in on Numerair before it pops. Who knows the price? I'm honestly projecting at least a 100% gains by the end of the year, just because it's so far behind Augur in terms of market cap. And also Band, one of the low market cap coins, just got pumped for very little reason, in my opinion. Nothing's really changed with the technology to make it pump as much as it's been pumping. But anyways, I think that now is a really good time to get in on Numerair, and hopefully it can follow the same chart as Kyber. Once again, we had that little spike. Now we're just kind of playing around, and then we're waiting for that ultra big pump. But once again, this isn't just for the month of September. You might have to hold all of September and maybe even all of October before you really start to see those massive gains. But if you want to take a little bit of a risk here, buy some Numerair and hold on for the long game. I don't think you'd be silly to do so. And then the second coin that I want to talk about today, it's one that a lot of you have been requesting that I talk about, and that is Orchid. So I was honestly avoiding talking about Orchid for a little while, just because not too much has been happening with the price. It was basically just consistent downtrend over the next few days, no big updates. I know they still updated their software a little bit, but nothing major. But something different, a bit different, did end up happening today, where we saw, there's definitely a little bit of a flat line here, and then boom, just an immediate spike. We bottomed out at around 42 cents here, and then boom, we saw massive recovery there up to 45 cents, basically beating daily highs or it's coming close to once this kind of gets swept away. But on the weekly anyways, we just had this consistent downtrend, and so now what I'm looking for right here, as we can see, like every mini spike here just immediately came back down, spike came back down, spike came back down. So now what we're looking for here is that finally it spiked, and it didn't come back down quite like some of the other ones. So if we can hold at around the 44 to 46 cent range, or sorry, 45 to 46 cent range for the next, I don't know, at least a few hours, maybe even the whole day, I think that we will kind of be looking pretty bullish, and I think that another pump could come pretty soon. But anyways, this video is more for the next few months. So in terms of like looking at by the end of the year for Orchid, I've said this in the past. I think it's going to $3 to $5 by the end of the year. I know that's obviously pretty crazy, and I know a lot of you in the comments might not agree with me on that, but to me it just comes down to, I mean, you're looking at the market cap, and knowing that, a lot of people say, oh, they're just going to dump the supply. No, they're not. They'd be silly to dump the supply, because if they do that, then people are not going to buy into their coin. So I think they know a little better than just to dump the supply, especially when people are pretty bullish on Orchid and it's finally starting to get some hype. So anyways, let's go ahead and check it out. Again, $29.5 million market cap compared to Numerair, which just got added into at $140 million. Augur and Band Protocol are up to like $250 to $290 million market cap. So the room for Orchid to grow in terms of market cap is just so crazy. I'm saying 10x minimum, in my opinion, is coming. Who knows if that's going to take a year or 2 years, and who knows what the supply is looking like, but just know there are restrictions to dumping supply. They're not just going to do that all at once. So I honestly am still super bullish on Orchid. Me personally, I just think it's a matter of time until we see another pump like we saw this past month right here, where things just did absolutely nothing, and then boom, out of nowhere, just a massive pump up to $1. Who knows if we're going to ever reach $1 again. But me personally, the more I learn about Orchid, the more I look into the reviews, the more I explore the app, the more I realize that Orchid is here to stay and that it's going to be around for this next bull run, and it is going to pump to oblivion because of how low its market cap is. I think once the bulls come back, once the FOMO starts coming back, I think that's when we finally destroy this yearly high, all-time high once again. I'm really excited for the future of Orchid. Who knows? Some people think it can go even higher than $3 to $5. But me, I think I'm relatively conservative when it comes to price predictions like this, because I don't like to get people too hyped up. I don't want to like spark FOMO on people. But me personally, if I was one of you guys, I would basically just take a small percentage of my portfolio, 1 to 5%, and just chuck it into Orchid. Be content with losing it. Do your own research and just hold on to it for a few months. If that ends up pumping 1,000% or 100% or whatever, I mean, it's crazy. Take those gains and just put it into a different coin of your choice. But I think, personally, I think you're silly not to go and explore a project like Orchid with so much potential. Who knows? Maybe it flatlines. But if it doesn't, the upside is absolutely tremendous. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you agree with my picks? Which coins, apart from the ones that I mentioned, do you think are going to have a bullish next few months? Once again, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you enjoyed new uploads every single day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.